You want to know what the most popular way to become a furry is? It's furry media. Examples being Zootopia, Warrior Cats, Dragon Breath, Geronimo Stilton, Dragon Tail, My Little Pony, just to name a few. That's just a few of the many out there. And these damn shows had me hooked. Animals that could walk and talk, that's my dream. I was an animal lover ever since I was a kid, especially a cat lover. It was pretty much my whole personality throughout all of school. Now, how did I get hooked on furry media? I believe it was around in 4th grade at the time, and during recess, I saw my friends sitting down and reading a book, and I was curious, so I went over to say hi and asked them what they were reading, and the title was called Warrior Cats. Now, anyone doesn't know what Warrior Cats is, it's pretty much just a bunch of feral cats fighting over territory in a forest. That's it, that's pretty much it. And on this glorious cover of a book, there was a cat named Firestar, and it was beautiful. I loved cats. I still do. And in a book where cats can walk and talk, and they call humans 2 legs, it's perfect. And right after school that day, I convinced my mom to take me to the bookstore so I could get the book myself. And upon arriving to the bookstore, I ran to the aisle where it was, and my jaw dropped. Not only is Warrior Cats one book, but it's a whole series. A whole series? Excuse me? I was on the first sight. It was a whole sea of books dedicated to anthropomorphic cats. So obviously I bought the first book, read through it super duper quickly. Though I do distinctly remember not really remembering a lot of the book because I kind of sucked at reading and it was above my reading level. But I got the main picture. So one after another, I read through the whole series, and I even got my friends to read them with me. And so once we all finished the series, you know, we thought it would be an awesome idea to roleplay as them, because hello, we're kids, it's fucking awesome to roleplay. This is where the rabbit hole started. Every day in recess, we would live in our fantasy world where we had our own clan, and it was called Rainbow Clan. And I don't want to, I swear to fucking God, if you guys, I don't want to hear it. I didn't know I was gay. I thought rainbows were cool and badass. That's it, no other reason. And so during recess, we would just live as cats, and goddamn was it a good life. That's just some of my fondest memories. Pretty sure I have a Warrior Cats OC somewhere. I have no idea who it is on top of my head, but I know it's somewhere in my house. And I don't want to find it. Then let's move on to another book series that's just as impactful as Warrior Cats was to me. And it's called Dragon Breath. The series Dragon Breath follows the adventures of a young dragon named Danny Dragon Breath. And unlike other dragons, Danny struggles with breathing fire, and he always feels out of place among his peers. Just like me, for real, for real. This series combines humor and fantasy as Danny embarks on various quests making challenges alongside his best friend, a lizard named Wendell. Each book features a blend of engaging storytelling and illustrations, tackling themes of friendship, self-acceptance, courage, in a lighthearted way. And this series was one of my favorite series ever, and I clearly remember reading the whole thing. I wanted to keep it as like my little comfort series, and I never really told anyone about it. Though here I am telling the whole internet, so oh well. Seriously, I adored this series. The art style was amazing. It just gave a very calming and cozy vibe to it. Whenever I was feeling down, I just open up the book and just look at the art. I mean, isn't this art good? Come on, it's so cute. It's so cute. Can someone draw me as this guy, please? Thank you. If you haven't read any of these books, I recommend just reading one of them. I promise you, they're really good. They're awesome. Anyways, let's talk about ponies. What the fuck was that? I don't even need to explain what My Little Pony is, because I think everybody knows about it. But oh my God, the grip this show had on me was insane. My friends and I would watch it together, and we would do the same thing as Warrior Cats. We'd roleplay. Now, what ponies did we roleplay as, you may be asking? Oh, what a wonderful question. I would always pick Rainbow Dash, because I love rainbows. Not gay, they're badass. My other friend roleplay is Pinkie Pie, because they have the same personality, you know? Lighthearted, cheerful, yippee, all that kind of stuff. And my other friend would roleplay as Fluttershy, because they're more on the shy side. And we would go on such crazy adventures, honestly, we probably could have even written some of the official episodes ourselves. But probably not. And so every day at recess, we'd be roleplaying, just like Warrior Cats. Although, roleplaying is not all we did. We also collected these My Little Pony action figures and played an imaginary world with them. That might also be roleplay. It was fun, okay? It was fun. It was fun. Just don't bully me. One of our favorite things we used to do is every Friday, after school, we would go to the nearest Barnes & Noble and run into the shelf where they'd have these My Little Pony mini mystery figures. What a mouthful. This is where all my money went as a kid. And if you don't know what these are, good, keep it that way. But I know a few of you watching this video know exactly what I'm talking about, and you had the same problem as me. I'm sorry. You wanna know the problem with mini mystery figures? There's like 10 in a box. And you only really want one pony usually. And you know what the problem with it is? Is that it's gambling. It's gambling. And the thing about gambling is that usually you don't get what you want. So here I am, a kid, spending hundreds of dollars on these little boxes just to get one pony. Big Mac. Big Mac was my favorite. But you know what the problem with that is that I did not get him for so long. So in my house, I have a bajillion of these things just laying around. I even went back to my childhood home to ask my mom if she still had them. And I showed her a picture of them. I felt I was so embarrassing, but she's like, no, I think we gave those away. And I'm like, why? I was distraught. I was so distraught. I was so distraught, I went to eBay and I bought a super overpriced mini mystery figure box and I opened it live on stream just for the chances to maybe get Big Mac or just end up ponies, really. Here's the clip. I should do a transition for the clip.
Okay. Anyways, so when I was little, I collected a lot of My Little Pony mystery figures because I liked using them to roleplay with. Me and my friends would roleplay with My Little Pony mystery figures, and they're a huge part of my childhood. And apparently, you can't buy them anymore because Barnes & Noble said no, they're stupid. What's the point?
Nerd.
I'm not a nerd. And so, you know, going back to my childhood, I'm like, I really want to open at least one more of these mini mystery figures. But because they're discontinued and they're really hard to find, I had to go on eBay and buy one super overpriced. So right here in this box, I found a seller on eBay that is selling the My Little Pony mystery figures. He just gives you a random one and puts it in the box here. So there's like no case or anything like that. I think it's just the actual figure in here. But when I was a child, I had to open, I think, 20 packs to be able to get the one I wanted. And the one I wanted was Big Mac. And if you don't know who Big Mac is, he is Applejack's older brother. And he was awesome. And he was my favorite My Little Pony character. And I bought this series, which he is in. So there is a chance he's in this box. And I am really praying he is. If he is, I'm going to like shit myself. Or it's just, you know, fucking like Fluttershy or Twilight Sparkle or something in here. So there's really only one I want. And I really hope I get it. So I gotta actually like pry this thing open. Give me a sec. Dude, yeah, chat, please manifest as Big Mac. Please manifest as Big Mac. He's the only one I care for. Dude, my heart's pounding right now. Be strong, okay. Okay. Dude, I'm scared. I'm really fucking scared right now. I'm really fucking scared right now. Open! I need scissors, hold on. I'm trying not to look at it right now. I'm trying to cut it. I'm trying to cut blindly, which is really dangerous. Don't do this at home. Okay, it's open. It's open. Okay, all right. Chat, I'm letting you guys look first, okay? Can you guys see anything? Is there anything in there? It's out. My eyes are closed. Can I feel for it? I can't tell who it is. Who is it? Shut up! Shut up! Dude, it's actually Big Mac! You're shitting me right now. You're shitting me. I'm creaming everywhere. It's actually Big Mac. This is the one I wanted. Dude, luck's in my favor, baby. As a kid, it wasn't, but as an adult, gamble. Keep on gambling. It'll pay off.
Did I actually just get Big Mac? You're shitting me. Dude. He's my favorite. I'm so happy to have him. He's sitting on my shelf right behind me right now, actually. You guys can't see him because it's a green screen, but he's sitting behind there. I fucking love him. I don't know how I did it. A streamer luck or something like that. Thank fucking God I got him. Let's move on to the fandom around this show. I don't actually want to get into it that much. It's such a scary fandom, because the problem with it is that the fandom is filled with kids who, yeah, that makes sense. It's a kids show. They're there to watch the show. They're kids. And then you got grimy 40-year-old adults. Even I was a brony, but only until like middle school. All right, I stopped. Grow the fuck up. Like, the show was good, I think, but it's honestly nothing to goon over. Looking at you freaks out there. I see with your jars. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about the fandom anymore. Let's just move on. The next topic is Pokemon. And this is the one video game franchise I'm going to talk about on this video because it's mostly about TV shows and movies. But Pokemon was so influential and they had TV shows and movies, so it's perfect. Pokemon was probably the biggest part of my childhood. It was so influential that I forgot to talk about it in my first take of this video. This is literally the second take just so I can add this in here. The first Pokemon game I got into is Pokemon Platinum, and it was an amazing game. Whenever someone asks me what my favorite game of all time is, it's Pokemon Platinum. But let's talk about Pokemon as a whole. And yes, Pokemon is considered furry media. Can we look at these Pokemon behind me? Hey guys. Sorry, cut the camera, cut it. Just like My Little Pony and Warrior Cats, we do the same thing in roleplay as Pokemon. And this was our longest lasting roleplaying session. We roleplayed with Pokemon for like until the end of middle school. It was so long and it was fucking awesome. I love it. I still have so many action figures around my house. I love Pokemon so much that for multiple years of my life, I had 2 invisible Pokemon friends, Lucario and Shaman. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I was a kid, okay? I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer so badly, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. It was every kid's dream, and this was my way to live with that fantasy. You don't even want to know the amount of nights I prayed before bed to have Pokemon become real. That was like the only thing I prayed for. And snow days. Please God, Pokemon is pretty much my whole personality. I'm pretty sure there's a binder somewhere in my house that has like a whole series of Pokemon that I fan drew and like have like a whole like generation of my Pokemon. I really want to find it so I can show you guys. It's so cool. I watched all the shows and I'm pretty sure I'm caught up to this day. There's nothing like seeing the Pokemon you know and love like in TV, fully animated, more than just a little battle sprite. As a kid, that blew my mind. Oh, and also, if you're curious, my favorite Pokemon are Dragonite, Como, and Garchomp. If you can tell I like dragons, I'm a dragon. All right. What did you expect? And speaking of dragons, let's dive deeper into my love for them. Let's talk about the show Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland.
I think Dragon Tales was one of those more niche shows, so a lot of you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So here's a summary. Dragon Tales is an animated children's series that aired from 1999 to 2005. It follows the adventures of 2 siblings, Max and Emily, who discover a magical dragonland after playing with special dragon-shaped medallions. And in this whimsical world, they meet friendly dragons like Cassie, Ord, Zack, and Wheezy. And each episode focuses on themes of friendship, problem solving, emotional growth, encouraging kids to navigate their feelings and relationships, all that jazz. This show is pretty much the reason I'm a dragon today. I used to watch the show all the time as a kid with my older brother, but I don't know if he's a furry. I don't think he is, but he also really loved Pokemon. He liked a lot of the same things I did. I should probably ask him. But I was in love with anthropomorphic dragons. My favorite was Ord. Here he is. He's just like dragon. Like, I think I have a type, if you can't tell. All right, I'll stop stalling. Let's move on to the main reason why everyone's here, and this is the most popular reason why a lot of people are furries. If you don't know what it is, it's Zootopia. Zootopia, if you somehow are watching this video and don't know what it is an animated film with anthropomorphic animals that follows Judy Hopps, a rabbit who becomes the first bunny officer, and a sly fox named Nick Wilde. They go on a police investigation and navigate the world with prejudice and stereotypes. Spoiler alert, they fall in love. Zootopia has taken many innocent lives, mine included, because it was such a mainstream movie, and there weren't really any other movies around at the time that screamed furry as much as this one did. It was such an easy gateway into the furry fandom, because if you got curious, like me, you ended up going down a huge rabbit hole, not Judy's, and stumbled upon furry art. And I'll let you paint the picture from there. Maybe some of you guys did see And the thing about Zootopia is that even if you're not a furry, I feel like it was a movie that was so monumental, everyone watched it more than once. The movie was so peak. I've seen it at least 10 times now, and the first 4 times, I wasn't even a furry. Now, Zootopia definitely put the coal in that furry train of mine, but what sealed the deal and boosted us full speed ahead is the show. I've thought about Beastars in multiple videos before, but that's just because it had such a big impact on me. And it was the first show that I was sitting down and thinking, okay, this is definitely for furries, and I'm totally not one. But Legoshi's. The cope was real, but I watched it anyways. I was so scared of my family finding out that I was watching the show that I watched it in one sitting, just so it didn't appear on the family Netflix saying like, continue watching. Beastars is that show that you watch and decide you're a furry afterwards, and you end up deeper into the furry fandom. And then you can over Legoshi or Jinno, depending on your sexuality, and have your Discord profile picture be them for your first like 2 years in the fandom. Just me? No, definitely not. I see all you guys with your profile pictures out there. And let me just tell you, Legoshi is the most basic vanilla crush you can have in fandom. Like, once you get past that phase, you get a lot more freaky. All right, I'm just telling you now. And obviously, let's not forget about other honorable twink mentions, Pina, Louie, and Melon. Love them all. They're all my favorites, especially Melon. Melon's like, you can get it. I was so in love with Beastars. I bought the whole manga series because the art's just so fucking good. I mean, look at it. Para Itagaki, the manga art for Beastars, it has such a unique and creative art style. It's so good. I really aspire to have art style just like that. I recommend to every furry to watch the show Beastars. The story isn't the best, but it's for their furry culture nonetheless. Moving into our next furry show I literally watched right after Beastars. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into the show just because it wasn't that good. It was only 1 season long, but it's worth mentioning. Now this show definitely awoken the TF interest in a lot of people out in the fandom. It's like the characters in the show literally turn in their personas like that. Look at that. I mean, wow. You know, overall, the art style and the soundtrack for the show is really good. But the show is definitely way too compressed for me to get an actual emotional attachment to it. It's like, what, like 7, 8 episodes long? I don't know. And then other honorable mentions for furry shows I watch are Odd Taxi and Our Regrets Go. Both amazing shows, but yeah, they're whatever. Now I could get into so much more furry media, but they'd all be after I became a furry, so I didn't really want to get into them because it didn't really convert me because I was already converted. I want this video to focus on what uplifted me into being a furry, and all these forms of media did just that. And everybody's made this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to, down in the comments, talk about a show that you watch. Maybe I'll watch it. Who knows? Let's chat. Let's talk. But anyways, please like and subscribe. As always, we're reaching 8K almost, which is insane. Thank you guys, truly. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever day this is. Love you lots. You're doing great. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.